Dhawalji, you have to catch the pulse of the market and demand, at the moment.
Sure.
And the fast you react, the better you have the advantage of first movers.
Yes.
For example, I would tell you in the days of COVID, when there was a panic buying and people were becoming very health conscious and they just wanted to eat more healthy. There was a phobia that immunity can be increased by good product, healthy products. Those were the times when, we come up with this flavored extra virgin olive oil.
Sure.
Which was a very healthy replacement for, these mayonnaise and sauces and other salad dressings.
Right.
So it worked out very well for us.
Okay.
So I think while considering the USP, you have to catch the pulse of the market in the current times.
Sure.
And then you have to respond accordingly. I think that is the key point, I would say.
Got it.
Need of the hour, I would say.
Yeah. Hi Amit ji, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Dhawal ji. Thank you very much. I'm fine. Hope the same for you.
Absolutely. It is lovely catching up on Zoom, and it was a pleasure meeting you in Delhi. And thank you so much for your time for joining in.
Pleasure was mine too, Dhawal ji. It was great meeting you, and we hope to meet in future as well. Awesome. Continually. Thank you.
Hi viewers, good morning. Welcome to the new episode of Sustainable Future Food Talk. Today we have with us Mr. Amit Sawhney from Spain. Amit is the Managing Director of Nippon Group, Commercial Director at M40 Sports Company involved in hosting tennis ATP Challenger matches, and Vice President Hola India, who are partners and representatives of University of Madrid in Asia. He graduated from Delhi University and completed his MBA from Indian Institute of Planning and Management. At Nippon Group, they are manufacturing and bottling of olives and olive oil in Spain and sauces in India. So Amit ji, really appreciate your experience in the CPG industry. So what are those key questions which every retailer asks when considering your products for their stores?
Dhawal ji, very nice question. Actually, of course, as the selling is in the hands of the retailers, they have a definite edge to select, to screen, to process. But definitely, they look for a USP. That's why I sell your product or your brand. You have to be most economical, or you have to be most innovative, or you have to be different from the others, because all the categories are quite crowded. There are shelf friends involved, which is directly or indirectly to be loaded on a product only. So retailers has to be very careful while choosing, because I understand their point of view. And similarly, producers and suppliers should also be very smart to offer them. They have to come up with a USP, some USP, that why you are different and why they should take your product to their shelves. So innovation, economics, pricing, those are the key points, I believe.
Interesting. So I think, as you rightly mentioned, that USP is very important. So, what is that initial thing which, every brand can look at while designing a USP? Because as you rightly mentioned that, the market is pretty crowded now. So you at Nippon Global, you constantly innovate and you stand out on your product. So what are those key points, Amit ji, which, help you in distinguishing in terms of your brand?
Dhawal ji, you have to catch the pulse of the market and demand, at the moment.
Sure.
And the fast you react, the better you have the advantage of first movers.
Yes.
For example, I would tell you in the days of COVID, when there was a panic buying and people were becoming very health conscious and they just wanted to eat more healthy. There was a phobia that immunity can be increased by good product, healthy products. Those were the times when, we come up with this flavored extra virgin olive oil.
Sure.
which was a very healthy replacement for these mayonnaise and sauces and other salad dressings.
Right.
So it worked out very well for us. So
Okay.
I think while considering the USP, you have to catch the pulse of the market in the current times,
Sure.
and then you have to respond accordingly. I think that is the key point, I would say.
Got it.
Need of the hour, I would say.
Yeah. Great. So great. So coming down to my next question, what is the importance of the product packaging for customers?
Dhawalji, this has got, before it has got only aesthetic aspect involved with it only, and it has to look beautiful. When we were doing management, they say, a product without a nice packaging is like a winking on a girl in a darkness, like this, the examples. But I would like to say that now the customer is so much conscious and so knowledgeable. On Google, there is so much material available. Sometimes, they know maybe more than the producers. So I would say that packaging till before has got only aesthetic aspect only, but now since the shelf life holds a big importance for a launching and sustainability of a product. So packaging is a very important, I would say, for intrinsic as well as aesthetic factor, both of them.
Sure. I think this is a great point because, depending on the individual country's norms also, you have to, adhere to those labeling norms, and that becomes extremely important both from the commercial angle and for the consumer both.
That is one of the things that is a statutory requirement. But when we come to the innovation part, you need some kind of nitrogen flushings or another things, for the sustainability of the product, for the freshness of the material, for the longevity of the life of the product. So those are also one of the important factors. And in Europe, we do have packaging innovation awards. In fact, day before yesterday, I was with another colleague and a friend of mine who got a packaging innovation award for olives.
Okay, nice.
So first, you have to pull the lid, then it releases some kind of pressure, and then you open. So these things matters a lot nowadays.
Okay.
Apart from labeling requirement, I would say.
Okay. Interesting. Coming to my next question. So Amitji, with your extensive experience in retail and distribution, what tips do you have for a growing brand having, of course, a promising product portfolio and now wishes to enter an international market while, selecting a distributor?
Dhawalji, this is also a very good question. When you are on the due course of market roadmaps, many lucrations will come to you, which can cause you dissuasions also.
Okay.
That we can try this, or a buyer would suggest you to try that. And, we Indians, we are so well reputed now worldwide, being a workaholic. We are the best of the CEOs. We don't have an attitude and an appetite to say no. Yes. I think my suggestion is that once you have a goal and an aim, then you need to be strict to your path. And if some dissuasion is coming, you need to learn to say no. Because being a manufacturer, like I know, it's a challenge. On the one hand, we have to run the factory.
Yeah.
The wheels has to keep rolling and moving. On the other hand, we have to build our brands. So it's a very challenging situation. Because sometimes it's like a do and die situation.
Yeah.
But we need to stick to our path. And this is my advice, that tomorrow if somebody say, oh, can you do this also? So instead of putting your time and energy in that, better we should say, no, sorry, but we are doing this only. And we want to focus. Because Dhawalji, in the end of the day, we have 24 hours. Yes. And working hours are already reducing. Sweden is doing 4 hours now. In Sharjah, there is a 4 days working now. Yeah. So, how much you can extract the best out of it. True. Should be the motto and the goal.
Absolutely.
This is my advice, to focus.
Absolutely. On your product. Is such an incredible point.
Believe in your product, believe in your brand. Of course, we all passionate in this industry who are taking the things ahead, and you have to believe in your ideas. I heard one saying that even a wrong decision turns right when you stick to it.
Yes, that is so true.
This is my advice, that stick to your goals. Don't dissuade,
Awesome.
because dissuasions will come. When you go out in the international market, when you're talking to retailers, oh, you are from India, can you do this also and that also? So they are the main purpose sometimes got sidelined. I would not say
Yes.
defeated.
Yeah.
That should not be the scenario. This is my
Okay.
advice.
Great. This is such a practical point, Amitji, because as an entrepreneur, we have also come across such situations, but as you rightly mentioned, it is very important to focus on what you are really wanting to build and not get distracted with
Exactly. Distraction is not good for a brand and for a company, although it comes. So you have to pass the test of the time that time.
So true. So now to my next question, so how do retailers monitor, improve, and develop categories through innovations and private labels?
Dhawalji, this is, is an incredible question, and I would love to share some feedback on this because I'm in Europe. I was with the managing director of one of the biggest chains here.
Sure.
I was sitting with him and I asked him something similar to what you are asking me. And the insights were very much eye-opening and mind-blowing, because digital transformation and artificial intelligence has come in, and it is taking place as a very, very vital part of they have. So even the gentleman told me that, Mr. Amit, if our customer who has bought a shaving foam from us last month, we have the algorithm that his shaving foam lasts in, say, 3 weeks. So if he sits in a car after 3 weeks, I don't know what is the modus operandi behind this, but with this artificial intelligence, they say we know that this guy will today buy a shaving foam, and once if he lands in another supermarket which is not belongs to us, another retailer, then he might get a pop-up message that we have a special sales going on for shaving foam. I mean, it was incredible, and so really the innovation has taken place a lot, and companies are going digital transformation in a huge way. They have got huge funds, amount of budgets for this, and things are totally changing. I mean, I can see in India also, and in Middle East also, and in Europe, America also, and gradually the trend follows everywhere.
Right.
So I think this is one of the thing. And as far as private label is concerned, Dhawalji, it's a very big challenge. In fact, I have been discussing with some of the potential retailers when they say that why shall we sell your brand? So we say that why shall we make your brand? I mean, there's a war between
of
the
course.
two.
Yeah.
So they say because, well, we have a retail market in the hand, and then we say we have a production in hand, and we both are not the only one for each other. You have many options and we have many options too. As I said before, that we have to learn to say no. Yeah. So here it's a very tricky part, that how to convince the retailer to sell your private label. You have to give them extra mile advantage by pricing strategy, by some kind of promotions. These days promotion takes a big part of retail industry.
Right.
Consumers are very smart. I have been in touch with so many retailers, and they all say that, you know what, we make a promotion on 2 products thinking that they will buy 4 more. 4 more the footfall will fetch them. But then the customer is also very smart. They will just go for promotions only. True. So we have to convince the retailer in this way only, that we are the best and how we are the best.
Sure.
Economically, pricing wise, packaging wise, quality wise. These are the things I think, apart from the digital transformation which I conveyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Great. Coming down to my last question for this session, Amitji. So, I mean, you have spent a lot of market in a lot of time in Europe, So, how do you foresee the changing food landscape of the Spanish market with the penetration of plant-based foods?
Well, I'm very proud to answer this question, Dhawalji, because I'm seeing a change in culture. Coming to plant-based thing, okay, I will answer plant-based, but I mean, now in Europe, people are learning Sanskrit in a big way.
Wow, is it?
Yeah. So once they learn Sanskrit and once they know about our culture, our religions,
yeah,
sometimes I am shy, but I feel that they know more than us about us. So, this phenomenal job done by some ISKCON institutions and other institutions also. Yoga is such a popular, we have an International Yoga Day also. I think it's on 21st April, right? Something
21st
like
of June.
June.
Yeah.
So, I mean, awareness is so much now that people have started becoming vegan.
Yes.
In Europe, there is a big vegan revolution going on.
Okay.
I mean, not even vegetarian. They said we don't want to include dairy also. They are so in such kind of current times when the awareness of vegetarianism and veganism is so high, I think plant-based food have got a phenomenal scope because we were discussing also that, nutritional value wise, they are equal to the other sources of proteins and carbohydrates and fats.
Right.
So I mean, the awareness is very, very high now. People know this is good for them, and they are turning to vegetarianism, and there is a huge market and scope ahead, I would say, from my experience and from the changes I am foreseeing. There is a huge market and scope ahead, Dhawalji.
Lovely.
Yeah. So
awesome. I mean, the kind of responses, Amitji, which you gave are so much practical and, with the time as well. So thank you so much for this, and really appreciate your time. So if you want to just, on a closing note, if you want to tell our viewers about, I mean, how do you as an entrepreneur can, help emerging brands to scale up in Spain and other parts of the European market, that would be helpful.
Okay, Dhawalji. Well, we are already there in 30 plus countries, I think maybe 35 countries, all across the globe. So, we as an entrepreneur, we are all looking for new opportunities. I mean, we are all here for that. And well, people are welcome to approach us, or if they have, as I said, that if they have some kind of USP, we welcome them to come up and they approach us, and we will see what best we can do and give synergies to each other.
Absolutely.
So this is my submission for the viewers. Dhawalji.
Lovely. Awesome. Thank you so much once again for your time, Amitji, and really appreciate it. And you have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dhawalji, and God bless you. Very nice talking to you.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.